I'm Adam Dietrich. The movie is White Creek, and I play Ben. And the director is John Yost, incredible director.
Just talked to him earlier.
Yeah.
What did it feel like to be involved in such a complex film? I mean, when you read the script, what was your first thought?
Well, you know what? Frank Mosley, my good friend, who I absolutely trust, called me specifically about the film, and he said, "I'm going to do this movie, and we're looking to cast this role. Would you be interested?" I said, "Yeah, 100%," because I know when Frank does a movie, he's already kind of vetted it to see if it's something worth doing, and he was going to play the lead, so I completely believed. When I read the script, there were questions because it's complex. But you know what? Everybody on the team, starting with Frank for me, and then John, and then Sean Donnelly, the cinematographer, and everybody down the line, Randall, everybody really understood what they were doing. So John understood the story, and the parts of the story that there were holes in, or that there were question marks, either John knew the answers, or John knew, no, it's a question mark, and we're going to discover it. And I don't know, I guess growing up in the theater, I like artists that recognize the question marks and don't feel a need to have an answer, but know that an answer must happen during the process, you know? So I guess that kind of made me feel comfortable, is that John knew there are still questions on the table, and I'm excited to find the answers with you and with Frank and with Sean and with Justin Arnold and all the other actors and the talent that were involved in the film. It was a small team. It was only, I think, you could ask Sean, but I think 6 people made this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
I mean, if you
crew.
see the film, you think like
Epic.
$50 million or something. I mean, visually it's stunning, and the music and everything. You tell me 6 people, that's pretty incredible.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time because I produce movies as well, and oftentimes people will think they've got to follow this kind of standard Hollywood model, but you don't. I mean, the cinematographer Sean Donnelly does a lot of commercial work. He knows what something's supposed to look like in camera. He knows what he's looking for. John has made a lot of projects. He knows, he needs the story to come together. He needs strong characters, and they took the time to make the movie in a different way. So they only had about 6 people, but we shot it over 4 seasons. There was time in between each of our shoots to where they could ask questions. Because when you write a script and you don't have a Hollywood budget, maybe all of the questions haven't been answered. So shooting a little bit and seeing what comes to life can give you, and then having time off to be able to go, you know what, I didn't originally think we should take a narrative this way, but maybe we should take this character this way, and that's kind of fun. I mean, especially for an actor, it's like dream come true to have time in between where they can go, oh, I loved what he did. Why don't we write something more or do something more for him?
So would you see pieces of it?
As we went?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so you were completely in the dark.
Completely in the dark. And I saw it before the festival.
Okay.
He sent me a link very generously, actually, and asked my opinion and what I wanted and what I thought. And I just thought it was gorgeous. I mean, it was beautiful on Vimeo.
Yeah.
It was immaculate on the big screen. I mean, it was just really sexy. It's just like, I tell people, I mean, we work on films all the time. It's a very hard thing to make a movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone watching probably knows. And when you're a part of a movie, that when you watch it, you say, God, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I love those people, and I love the movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It might not always happen that way, right?
It doesn't happen. No, it rarely happens, I think. I mean, oftentimes you love the people, you had a great experience, but the movie didn't turn out. Or the movie turns out, but you didn't have the best experience, any number of things, but this one was just fun. It felt like vacation with really talented people. So that was a lot of fun.
So when you were making this film, because I know, like, watching it, you start thinking about alternate universes and about, life after death and things like that. Tell me a little bit about your character and how it, the piece, what your piece in this puzzle was.
Well, my character, I play the brother of Katie, the leading lady, and Katie and Frank are together. They're a couple. I don't remember Frank's name in the movie. Sorry, John.
Noah.
Noah. So Noah and Katie are a couple, and I am the brother-in-law, and we have taken two different paths in life. After our world kind of fell apart and we reverted back to this lords and serfs situation, I felt like you needed to work with the system to be able to achieve the kind of lifestyle we had before, and Katie felt like working against the system. And so I think in the beginning I'm angry in the film because Noah has, in my opinion, led my sister astray. And then through the course of the film, there's a certain evolution or devolution of each character. And I think Noah and I have a very similar evolution. I don't want to give anything away. But in my personal life, I think about those things a lot for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of a sci-fi film that took its reality seriously. Yeah. And it had characters that questioned things like a drama. But definitely it's a sci-fi. And as a sci-fi fan, one of the things I love about Star Wars and Star Trek, these like big commercial franchises, is that the creators take their characters seriously and they take their world seriously. And that's probably my favorite part of John and White Creek was that it took it seriously, something very complex. He had a certain kind of wonderful exploratory consciousness about it, and it made it fun not only to explore the film but to explore the world in which he was creating. And that's very much a tangible, there's tangible realities for us in that film of multi-dimensional living and alternate universes and where we go after this life, where we came from before this life, and I find those things really fun to explore and imagine. Yeah.
Did you do any research as far as, I don't know, societies and different types of societies and things like that?
What? I didn't explore like the evolution or the devolution of a society, because I really feel like White Creek parallels a lot of what we're dealing with in our own world, and I didn't feel like I lacked any resources there. What I did explore a little bit is astral projection, and what that is like when you supposedly leave your body and travel, and if you have the ability to have a sustained body here and then inhabit another body elsewhere.
Have you tried that then?
I drew upon that.
Did you try to leave your body?
I looked into it. And I had a great time doing it, actually. I mean, it's a lot of fun to explore that very visceral side of yourself. I mean, the spirit side of us is really a visceral side of ourselves that we don't always explore, especially outside of the confinements of a religion or something. But the other thing was I just drew upon my relationship with my brother and my close friends of many years, and the times that, because in the end of it, the multidimensional questions for my character Ben were not as dynamic in the movie. My questions were really more rooted in family, and I felt like what I got excited about was John allowed me to play Ben with a love for my sister and a love for Noah, and that created this really cool dynamic in which, in a very, because Ben's not a huge player in the movie, but it gave each of our scenes a really strong dynamic, and it gave us as actors a lot to fuel off of as we built those scenes and as we rehearsed those scenes. So I really kind of dove into I have an older brother who's incredible, and we differ opinions a lot, but we have the same heart. And that's what I really thought about a lot during the making of White Creek.
Well, congratulations. Is there anything else you're working on? Because I know you're working on a lot of stuff, aren't you?
Yeah,
you do a lot.
I do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot of different functions. I just produced and designed a film called Windsor that I'm really excited about. A first-time writer-director director named Porter Farrell.
Okay.
Created a story about 6 kids growing up in a small town that has been plummeted by a large corporation filing lawsuits over GMOs being used without permission. So I'm really excited about that. It reminds me a lot of the Last Picture Show and American Graffiti, this kind of coming of age tale, but set in a very topical circumstance that I feel a lot of people are struggling with in our country.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. We just finished it. We shot it and we just finished the first process of post-production, so I'm super stoked about that. And then I'm gearing up. I've directed a lot of stuff and directed a lot of stuff, but I've never produced or directed anything for festival. And so I'm going to direct and produce my first short film for festival in November.
Wow.
And I'm super excited. It's a sci-fi.
Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, so where can people follow you and whatever you're doing? So
I live in Texas,
or do
so
you want
people could stalk me there. No, I don't know. I'm on Facebook. I'm on IMDb. Adam Dietrich. So no, I love it. Please, if you are a fan of something that I've done, I love people reaching out to me and telling me what they've liked, what they disliked. I love all feedback.
Yeah, maybe network with some people too, right?
Oh my God, I love. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. Or you don't have to be in the industry. If you're just a person that watches movies, and you love movies, and you've seen something I do, please reach out to me. I love positive encouragement. I think everybody needs it. I reach out to people.
Constructive criticism, maybe?
I love constructive criticism for sure.
Okay.
Especially with something that I have an ability to impact in the future. So, please. Yeah.
All right.
Adam Dietrich on Facebook or IMDb. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, have fun at the festival.
Thank you. You too.